All right, welcome everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in the chat box so we know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. There's absolutely nothing worse than talking to myself for the next hour. Afternoon, Kevin. Afternoon, John. Morning, Helen. All right, I do appreciate all of that. All right, thanks, Les. So as we get started, keep in mind that everything we look at is for education. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. If you find something you like, anything, make sure it fits your own personal risk profile and risk tolerance before ever taking on that trade, setup, or the indicator. All right, let's see if we can get a video working here. There we go. Hey, Ed. Afternoon or morning, I guess, for you. All right. Fantastic. Well, we got a lot happening going on this week. We got July 15th, which is tonight. We've got our check-in, and then our quarterly is coming up on July 26th and 7th. Those are 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Trading You is tonight. I am teaching that. Mastermind Group is tomorrow on the 16th. Then we've got on Smart Movers on the 24th. I was just trying to run that in my head, make sure it was the right date. It is. Pop, covered call, email on a regular schedule. Power Hour, Trading Coaches Playbook on regular schedule. And then we have Mastering the 0 Day Till Expiration, DTE, training that Brandon is putting on right now. He's done 2 of them already, guys. These are the last 2. Do not miss it. Andrew, if you could drop a link to that in. Look at that. Awesome. You got it right in there. You can go ahead and click on that link and get registered right to that training right from there. Let's go put that back over there so we don't lose it. All right. Here's our follow us page. Make sure you're following along to keep up with all the content that we're putting out there regularly. We do have someone on vacation this week, so you might see a little bit less this week, but overall, you should still see some good things hitting out there. Come on. Okay, here's our Trading Boss Manifesto. You can download this from the website or from tradinglikeaboss.com or from robertjroy.com. And then Mastering 0 DTE. Guys, it's a great training. If you haven't done this yet, is Scott in here with me? With us today? Let's see. Hey, Roman, I see you here. Excellent. So Scott, one of our Inner Circle members, had 2 trading strategies that he was doing very well with. He was trading gaps, and he had one other strategy that he had been trading with some credit spreads. And then he started to add in the 0 DTE and typed in his message to me was, this was the final piece. This was the last strategy I needed to push me over the edge. So Scott's doing fantastic right now with this strategy. He's loving it. So as so many others are. So check it out, guys. It's a great way to trade. And everything comes right to your phone. You don't even have to do anything except decide, do I want to trade this one or not? And hit enter. It's excellent. All right. Today's trade's from Tony. Holy cow. We got to get Tony to maybe break it up a little bit for us. Whew. All right, I have not looked at the document yet. This has been a bit of a late day for me today getting started. So I'm gonna go grab a drawing tool and let's see if we can add the cipher it. All right, so let's see. We've got 711. So, all right, so he does have them broken up by symbol, which is good. So we've got FTNT, right? Directional trade, +10, -10, buy and sell. He got in on the 11th, out on the 12th. Got in at 690, got out at 690. So that was a break-even trade for that one right there, right? Then we go and let's separate it this way and let's go to Merck, MRK. All right, so on Merck, he did a plus, we did a what do we got here? 710. Oh, we got calls and puts. Okay, so he did a spread on that, I guess, on Merck. Got it. So we got it. Buy to open, sell to close, sell to close, sell to close. He might have some positions still open. So this was all calls. I thought maybe it was a spread. Not really sure. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. All right, let's do this. Watch. It's because I'm doing partials on it, and I'm not just encompassing everything. My mistake was I thought this 10 was part of the same trade, which was not, okay? So now that I got that figured out properly, So he got in on 10 contracts. He got out of 5, got out of 5. So he bought 10 at 830. He sold 5 at 880, sold 5 at 855. So overall, nice little profit on that one. Then let's do CrowdStrike this way. I don't want to convert that over to a red box, right? So you got CrowdStrike. He got in 5 contracts on the 10th. These were exited on the 10th. He got in at 35.10. Whoa. He got in at 35.10. He got out at 37.80 and at 43.80. Really nice move. And then the last one was CMA. This was on the 10th also. 10th was a great trading day across the board for everybody. So you got 10 contracts and then got out of 5 and 5. So that was on CMA. He bought the calls at 475. He sold them at 555 and 525. So about 540-ish is the average for all of them, being in at 475. So overall, nice moves on what he's got going on there. Yeah, I appreciate it, Trip. I added in that other 10, that FTNT as part of Merck. And that's where I was lost. Plus 10, minus 5, minus 5, minus 10. I was like, wait, still got an open position or a short leg or and guys, this is Tony's from TradeWatch Alerts. Right. So great setups he's doing. I'm loving the messages that are coming across. He's insane with the amount of text messages he sends out. So where are we? That's how many messages I've already gotten today, guys, is I can't even find his message. There we go. There we go. So banging up for today. Okay, 7:15. I think this was last week. Yeah, those were last week. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see it. I can't that way, but TradeWatch Alerts for education, right? Morning observations, talks about the market, economic data coming out, so you don't get surprised, right? And there's some CNQ, Love, LUV, Valero, trade results, ADI gapped up too much, no trade, BMY gapped up, no trade, Marvel, 943 contingent August 80 put at market if 71.54 canceled at 11.05 after the rally. FTNT, same one you had on there before from the other day, contingent placed at the third candle if greater than 59.30 enter the August 65 put. Market filled at 690, 1013 exit, no hit, still looks bearish, held overnight. 712 update, exited break even after stalled out. So that was the alert from today, guys. Tony's doing a great job. I'm impressed. As he jumped in there as Amelia was getting closer to, she thinks it's full retirement, it's not, but as she's getting closer in that direction, getting some more things off her plate, so she has more time to trade and more time to enjoy life, which she certainly should. Is she here with us today? Let me just see. I think, yeah, she is. Okay. Hey, Amelia. Tony's doing a fantastic job. I'm really impressed. Yes. Okay, good point, Jim. I didn't say it. I just assumed people thought it, but I didn't look at the times. But these times that Tony's listing are Pacific, West Coast times, because that's where he's from. Right? So that's where Tony is. He lives on the West Coast. All right. So what trades are you guys doing right now? Drop them in. What did you do? Could be today, would be great. Excuse me. Maybe over the last couple of days, like Tony's got listed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever it is. Go ahead and drop those in. Jeff said 0 DTE this morning, in and out on a put spread already. Nice job, Jeff. Nice job on SPX. Yes. All right. Excellent. Jonathan said ES today. Okay. John said Wheel of Fortune on NVIDIA, Delta Airlines, and Beyond Meat, cash flow of $1,000. I love it. I love it. Trades today on Friday. Trades today or Friday, but Thursday, I think you meant no trades today. Thursday, 4.19% on SPY. I love that. Morning, Donald. SPY 223. QQQ 199 last Thursday and Friday, $600 each day, SPYs and Qs. I love it. Guys, if you're not trading them, if you're not looking at the SPY and the QQQ, you need to, day in and day out, you need to have that on your list. There's too many great opportunities on a very low volatility positions like the SPY and the QQQ. Every day of the week, there's an expiration, right? There's not big, large bid-ask spreads to contend with. There's just so many positives to the positions. So many positives. Let's see. Jennifer said, swing trade on SMCI and coin over the weekend, made plus $10,000 overall. Today's overall trades today, $16,000. We're going to assume them to be non-funded trades, of course, whether they are or aren't, it isn't. But you know what? It doesn't matter. She did a phenomenal job. Great job there, Jennifer. I got to get my hammer going down box set up over here. I got to get Sean to bring that thing over here since we're not in the office on Mondays any longer. So I could use that from here. But great job, Jennifer. Great job to everybody. Give everybody some kudos, folks. There you go. Brenda said, awesome job, Jennifer. Yeah, I mean, listen. There's nothing like helping to support the others that are here supporting you, right? Yeah, great jobs, everybody. Good trades. Yeah, Jennifer, I'm amazed too. Yeah, but here's the thing, Jennifer. I get that. But remember, you got to be in it to win it. And you're doing this. You're in it day in and day out, day in and day out. You're going to get those home runs. And that's okay. That's what you need. You can't win lotto if you just buy it when the big lotto comes out. That's not normally who's winning, right? Occasionally, maybe, but that's not where the big winner comes in. It's the person that is consistent week after week after week after week, and until ultimately their turn comes and they hit and they win, right? And it's no different here. You got to be in the market day in and day out. I don't mean you have to trade every day, but you got to be in the market on a regular basis as well. So I had 2 positions today. Let me go back over to the daily chart. I was just checking some stuff on the intradays. There was a booking that showed up, but I didn't take it. I wasn't crazy about it. Probably out of the Adobe at this point now. After this backup, I had to stop in there. But so look at Adobe. And guys, again, I try to not make this difficult, right? Actually, I don't know if you could see my shirt. Never, ever argue with your trading system. No, you cannot. Never, ever argue with your trading system, right? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, right? I don't argue with my system. If the setup shows, I take advantage of it. We closed on Friday at a bullish neutral bias with a rank of 1, right? Which means the moving average and the price, closing price, were both within a certain range of that fib line, of a fib line. Yeah, Jennifer said, one of my trades today was a put on Adobe. It was short and quick. Okay, there you go. So we got a nice little pop from Friday to today, right, until Monday. Let's go look at what a 5-minute candle looks like on Adobe. And what am I looking for it to do? Well, I'm looking for it to move above, retest, and bounce. Well, on a 5, we blew right through. We came back down, and that candle is that line is at 561.78. My closing price on this 5-minute candle is 564.70. So 61.78, 64.78, close enough. It's $3. That's a little too far away, right? So I need to take this down into 1 minutes. So let's go look at a 1-minute candle on Adobe. Okay, there we go. So what happened? We made a move up. We pulled back. We bounced again. We pulled back. We pulled back. Aha, we closed right here on this candle. Let's see. Now, this is a 1, right? Remember, this is 561. We'll call it 80 just to make numbers easy, 61.80. And we closed at that candle. We closed at 562.26. So about 45 cents, 47 cents, whatever it is, above. And then what happened? We moved further down, and we bounced and closed there. Next candle, we moved up, small move. We climbed up, we got up above that. It was right about 562 3/4, right? So on this candle was the entry signal on the 1-minute candle. So now we're looking at the 9:39 candle. So 9 minutes in, you got to sit back and wait. Position 1 in the chair. Let me see. Let me do it this way. Let's make it bigger on the screen. There we go. Okay. Maybe some of that. All right. So first candle, right? So we do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they're 1 minute candles, okay? So of the respective candles. So candle number 1, you're back here. Okay, maybe we're going to get a fail off of that resistance line. Maybe we pull to the downside. I'm not interested if we are. It's a bullish pattern, bullish neutral bias. Candle 2, we get a nice breakout. Yes, I'm still back here in position number 1, right? Candle number 3, now I'm in position number 2. I'm looking to see, do we get a little more of a pullback? Wasn't quite enough for me. I wanted a little further down. No wick in there. Let's see what happens. The next candle, candle 4, bounces up. I'm back here again. I'm not worried about it. Nothing happening. Cannot touch the keyboard. That's the biggest thing here, is I am putting myself in a position. I'm not thinking it's time to trade. I know when I'm sitting this way, sitting upright, that I am in a position that it's getting closer to placing a trade. And no kidding, this little yellow squeezy ball right here has seen better days, that I have redrawn that smiley face on there over and over again with magic marker, right? But there's a wall right here that I can sit and toss that ball off of over and over again while I'm waiting, right? Candle number 5, we got a little bit of a pullback. I am in position number 1. Candle 6, it's okay, nothing great. 7, little weakness, nothing crazy. Candle number 8, I'm right back up in position number 2 of the chair. All right, candle number 9, we got a small move up. That was a small gap to the upside there, a few pennies, and we started to climb. Entry signal triggered. I'm in the trade. All right, that's as hard and as simple as it can possibly be. Right now, did this one work out well? Yes. Could there be a better setup? Oh yeah, close right at the fib line. That would be perfect. Right, the next candle, a little bit of a move up, retest it. It's just everything can line up absolutely perfectly. But guys, we pulled back pretty close, 40 cents away, and we bounced on a $500 stock. 40 cents away, we bounced, boom, we're done. Right? Right, we're done. What did I miss here? Okay, I'll get your message in there in a second, Trip. Right? And then you manage your trade to your exit. So I'm not going to get into the exit components for right now. I wanted to get into just this one particular trade, and I'm going to share the other one with you as well on Home Depot, right? Actually, let's go to daily chart first. Wrong one. It's 5 minute. All right, so Home Depot. Probably good if we switch symbols. Home Depot opened about where it closed. And what happens when it does that? You know, if I go back to a 5 minute of Home Depot, it's still Adobe. So go back to a 5 minute of Home Depot, and now you're looking at the same type of thing. You had that pullback, another one, we closed up, we closed down, really good wick to the downside, a gap down as a retest and a bounce, right? And there's the potential entry right off of the 955 candle. Yeah, this is a 5 minute. The 955 candle. Can you take it and squeak it in on 1 minute then and get a better view of it? Absolutely. Right here are 1 minute. Yep, there's Home Depot 1 minute. Right, we pull down, we pull down, we pull down. Right, and we get our bounce and we go. Okay, so I don't care what time frame you work off of. Right? These are all multiple ways or multiple positions and the ways that I look at them and exactly what it is I'm looking to do in there. Right? So you manage that position based on a series of very concise rules. Right? Go back to clear and concise entry. That word is in there all the time. A series of concise rules of this is my entry. Right? This is what we do. Right? And you follow for that. And I have, with 6 monitors and my laptop here, I have 6 windows open on TradeStation, along with an option station, which usually on the start of the day is buried behind one of the other windows. And I'll bring it up when I need it, but it's open already. And just click on it on the toolbar. And I'm normally sitting here, right? Because this is my center monitor is this way. I got monitors on both sides. I can't sit and work this way and do 6 monitors because I'm looking like this and have neck pain by the time, 10 o'clock comes around in the morning. Okay, but I am focused on the 6 primary positions that I'm looking at are going to be loaded on those charts. And once a signal hits, and yes, they're all visual for me. I want to see what the pattern looks like. Was the pullback enough? Was the bounce enough? How did the 5-minute look versus the 1 minute? Can I tweak my entry off of the 1, even though the 5 is giving a signal? Can I get a little bit of a better entry waiting on the 1 to give a better decision than what's going on the 5-minute? Right? Now, yours might be slightly different what you have. And I'm not saying mine is right and yours is wrong. Absolutely not. What I'm saying is mine works for me. If you like what I am doing, then take it and duplicate it and match it to your personality as a trader and use everything you can from it to help build out your system. You may add 1 or 2 other things in there that I don't even use. You may look at a parabolic SAR. You may look at RSI. You may look at MACD. You may look at whatever other upside down Flint rubble bubble cake indicator there is out there. And that's okay. It's not that my way is the only way. It's just a way. It's a way is all it is. There are plenty of traders out there that are very successful that have never heard of Fibonacci in their life. Yes, Jonathan, on TradeStation. I'm just showing everything on Omega charts. It's just easier than trying to go in and because I've got my non-funded account open, which charts are saved differently and so forth. So Brenda said, so on the 1 minute and the 5-minute candles, we draw the fib lines. So Brenda, if you're using Omega charts, they're already there. But yes, and that is my drawback, at least with 9.5. Somebody did tell me that with 10, you no longer have to do that. With 10, the lines will transfer over from your daily chart to your candle charts. I don't know. I've never done it. I don't use 10. I saw multiple friends, traders that are refusing to use 10 on their system. I've not had any reason to switch. I like 9.5. I think 10 gets more icon based. It became more modern. I don't like modern. I'm old. Okay. I like older maybe, but I like the way I know how and recognize it. I don't like having to go and search and figure this one out and that one. Why won't this and that work and so forth. PK said, last night I listened to the day trade setups for Pop and refreshed my mind on clear and concise entry. Good job. I'm not sure what I said or what that was, Brenda, about what 10. I'm not sure. Does anybody know what I was talking about when I said 10? Don't know. Sorry. At this point, you probably put that in at least 30 seconds ago, and I forgot everything I said already. Right? I'm focused on forward. Oh, thank you. That's what it was. TradeStation. Yeah, I use 9.5. TradeStation 10, the lines are supposed to transfer over from your daily chart to an intraday candle. If you switch that time frame over, it'll change. Right? So, but I'm not just switching time frames. I actually have decided to open windows on the bottom of the screen. I've got tabs open down here, and I could set them up like a TradeStation if I wanted to. You can open multiple instances of Omega charts if you want to. I don't. I'm happy with it this way. But here's my 1 minute, here's my 5 minute, here's my daily, and all the lines transfer over from one to the next. Yeah, so that was just version 10. Thanks for that, Kevin, for that reminder. But I'm using 9.5 on mine. All right, perfect. Okay, so let me go back over here. Oh, actually, no, I don't need that just yet. Let me go back here and let's go over to the S&P 500. And let's take a look-see. All right, so here we are on the 15th, another all-time high. We broke through the 56.51. We chipped away at the ice on Friday, right? We kind of broke away at it a little bit and said, Bose, you can break through this on Monday if you want to, and they did. Nice breakout. I'm sure some of it was some of the news that's happening this morning. By the way, Tripp said he had 3 scalps this morning. Diamonds was a break even. AMD 43.33% in 9 minutes, and IWM 18.1% in 4 minutes. Really nice, Tripp. I'm loving that setup. So we had a really nice push then today. Good gap up. It ran into the 56.51. Not surprised that it pulled back a little bit. We're in brand new virgin territory. This is, untouched snow, right? Going into the polar caps where no one's ever been before, right? Where'd that high mountain come from? I didn't see that last month. right? That's kind of what's happening right now. So the bulls and the bears are going to be, the bulls are going to be a little more timid pushing into those levels. There's new polling numbers out for what's going on with the election. That may have something to do with it. Powell is speaking today. Is it at 12 o'clock? He's speaking at 12:30. Is speaking today, right? So maybe there's some of that. We're looking at some of the other economic data that comes out, of like CPI last week. There is some positive to the market still. It's 12 p.m. Okay, thanks, Jennifer. Yeah, it's scary to trade where we haven't been. Harder to move up. So the moves here are steadier. You're not getting a lot of this, oh my goodness, let's go up 700 points in a day. You're not getting a lot of that. You get a big move down, couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, and we get a bottom and good news comes out. You could easily see a 100 point move on something like the S&P, right? Or a couple 100-point move on the Dow. So we're not going to see that. We're in this, all-time high type territory, but I want slow and steady. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I know I can, I know I can, I know I can, right? That's what it is. It's more of that little move up and then we get a pullback, move up and a pullback, move up and a pullback. And we just continue to do it over and over again, setting the pattern up of, magnifique. You look at overall, we've had some scarier, not scary, but scarier times where we broke down below the 8 and 21, came back, bounce, bounce. Going sideways there. Is this the end? No, we were at all-time highs. We were at the 54.73 level right there, that brown line, right, which is a midpoint on two major fib levels. We broke out, retested, we bounced, and we've had a nice, see, that's the one right there, Jennifer. That's where we get this really nice move, and it came off of a key fib level, no less, of the 54.73. Right? So we're in brand new territory, and now you have to treat it as such. How do we do that? We focus on the fibs. That's all we can do. That's all we have to work off of, right? Yes, I have, let's see this one. We are at, we're at all-time highs, and we have now broken through the negative 618. Should we look for a place to redraw the fibs? Yes. That's probably a good bottom right there. I don't have a good top. We kind of moved sideways there. We're moving up. If I get a nice pullback, then yep, we'll redraw the fibs. We're just not there yet today. Right? So where are we then? Right now on the downside, we're looking at that 5,600, we'll call it, right? 5601, right? 5,600, 5598, 70, right? Right there. Right, so that's our first downside, confluence of the 8. On the upside, we're looking at 5703 and 5807. So we've got plenty of room to go. Are we going to make the move up there? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we're done. I really do believe that some of the way that things are going to come out over the next couple of days and how the election gets run. Again, I don't care who your candidate is, but how the election gets run, I think will make some adjustments and or changes. What platform is each candidate going to actually run on now, since it seems they're not going to run on what they were running on before, which was attack mode, right? We're actually going to get into the issues. I don't know how many of you watched the debate. I watched it until about 10 o'clock and shut it off. I didn't see the last half hour because it was getting disgusting of none of the questions getting answered. Well, no, before I did, let me go back to what he just said. And it was a back and forth that that did no real justice to the American public at all to say, what are the issues and how you're going to take care of them? We're going to decrease taxes. Okay, how? You can't just say that. You got to give a how. I think you'll see a lot more of the substantive now come out. And depending on what that message is, I think that will help to drive the market up or down. And I'm okay with it. Listen, I don't care the direction the market goes. Would I like it to go up forever? Sure. That would be great, but going down is a good thing, man. It gives me a chance to buy more positions, right? It gives me an opportunity to, you get those pullbacks to key levels and bounces off of there, because that straight up becomes straight down. Yeah. So, but I think you'll see over the next couple of days and weeks, maybe some of that will make some adjustments to the overall market as well, right? And you've got to trade patterns. That's all it comes down to. What I showed you on Adobe and Home Depot this morning are all patterns. You've got to trade the pattern, right? You've got to trade the pattern. So Jonathan said, do you buy puts? You mean if it's going down, Jonathan, if the market starts to turn down, do I buy puts? Is that what you mean by that question? Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, without a doubt. Yes. 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 But will I buy puts? You know, so some could say, well, Thursday was a turn down. The market turned down. Well, we were bearish that day, but it wasn't a turn down. I need to see a change in position, right? We had a rollover here. We pulled back to a bullish level, right back to the 21. We stretched down here. That was the bears trying. Didn't work. They pulled right back up, closed back right at the 8 moving average. And then that was a catalyst from there for this move here. Then we went sideways, pulled back, and that was the catalyst for this move here. So I will definitely look to buy puts, but only at the right time, Jonathan. We did not quite turn into a bearish bias here. Into neutral, I will start stepping my way in. In bullish neutral, possibly a day trade. You know, really bad news comes out on the company or on the overall market, and I'll do it as a day trade. But other than that, no. Yeah, and you're right, Jonathan. There are some that are just going long, and there's nothing wrong with that. There are many right now that don't believe the market's going down at all anywhere for the next year or two. So every pullback, they're going to take an opportunity to buy and add to their portfolio. And I'm not against that. I do that right now in this market. I do that now with shares that I own. Right? It's a good strategy. Have I bought some stocks higher than I want to? Yes. But I've got a very specific strategy on how I enter into stocks after they announce splits and how I buy and what I look for to take positions on, take trades on that. Brenda said, did you say we need to redraw the fibs on the SPX? Well, the SPX will need a redraw, Brenda. We just don't have a top yet, a topping pattern yet, a swing high, right? Once we get a swing high, then yes, I'm probably drawing it off of that wick. Now here will be my my low point, okay, that I draw from. We're just not there yet. It could take 3 days. It could take 3 months. That's why we have extensions, folks. That is why I trade with fibs, because no matter what, I've got plenty of room up above. Look, if I violate that -1 line, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in at -1.618 in there. And I would need to fib it as well. But here we go. I add the -1.618, right? I'm going to need a fib it in there. Without a doubt, I'm going to need a fib it in there. All right, now we're looking at 5807 to 5975. That's 170 points. Yep, I definitely need to split those levels in half. I always have the opportunity to get my lines up in there. 236 and a 764. All right, and that would be my levels up there. Jonathan said, I was going to ask you if you use extensions when it's in the blue sky territory. So are you talking about the ABC pattern for that extension? Because some will call these extensions also. So I just want to make sure I'm on the same page, Jonathan. If you're talking about the ABCs, I will if I could find a place to put them. For the ABC patterns, okay? So we've got a lot of opportunity here. When you look at VIX, I got 2 words lately for the VIX. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything to me. Until that VIX, until I see us get above 15, 16 right now, I just don't care anymore. It's doing nothing in the overall market. It's doing nothing to the grand scheme of things. It means zero right now as far as is a driving market. It's not driving anything right now because it's too low. And even if it gets to 16, 18, 20, it's the 20 puts us in kind of our average. Right? That's kind of I like to be there. Do I like having this low VIX right now? I do, except my selling positions are horrible. Right? My selling positions are horrible. Meaning it's just harder to get good premium right now. Not that you can't. You should be able to find them. I do. Trip does every week with Covered Call Explorer, but it's a little more work. Right? Whereas when you get a little bit higher VIX, you're up at that 18, 20, 24. You get some really decent premiums on your positions, okay? 18 maybe not as much, but you get up closer to that 29 level. right? Which is about where I've got this green box drawn. Yeah, Trip said just a little more work. That's what it is. It's more work. Without a doubt, it's more work. So I like where the S&P is. I do care about the VIX, but I don't really care about it right now. Two positions every one of you need to add is SPY and QQQ. There should not even be a consideration in your mind. You should not question me on this ever. You need to look at those and see if you can find patterns that you can identify that you can potentially trade on a regular basis. I'm not telling you trade anything. I'm telling you to add them to your list and identify these. Look at them every day for 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row. Just watch them every day. What did they do? Is there a place that, oh, wait, I saw that happen last week. You go back to last week. It actually happened 3 times. So if I saw this happen, oh, what about next week? Oh, now I see it happening in real time, and you're paper trading it in forward motion now, right? As you see it take place instead of back testing it on a pattern. And it may come to fruition that, okay, it worked for like 4 days and then it stopped. And then it was just a fluke. Look at the market conditions, you go, oh, well, I'm not surprised with what happened in the market there, right? But you'll start to recognize patterns, particularly on companies like that, and then look at what it takes. Do I have my option chain still open here? Let's see, I do. Yeah, SPY. Okay, how many positions on it right now? Okay, good. I do. All right. Give me a second. I'm actually still logged into my funded account. All right. Let's switch that over. Because on the option chain, it shows your open positions. And as much as the SEC would love for me to do it so they can have a conversation with me, I would rather not do it. Okay, there we go. It's gone. Okay. So here we are right now, SPY. We're at SPY, and we're going to look for a 65 to 85 delta. Don't have the box grab there, but here's a 75 delta that's going to cost me $2.11. There's a 2-cent bid-ask spread. The 84 delta is going to cost me $2.94. There's a 4-cent bid-ask spread. Nothing. Tiny bubbles in the sea. Excuse me. Mike, are you meaning what were the symbols I gave? If that's what you're asking, yes. Okay, QQQ and SPY. They're ETFs. Ed, IWM, IWN, they're both ETFs on the Russell 2000. I don't remember. One is holders, I think. I forget the exact on them. Yeah, so Powell's speaking now. Oh, yeah, I see him on TV. I always have over that shoulder TV on with CNBC on it. Okay. Here, let's go over to QQQ, which is NASDAQ, right? SPY is the S&P 500. QQQ is data request incorrect symbol. What did I do? Maybe too many Qs. There we go. Bad habits. QQQ used to be 4 Qs, not 2. Not 3, sorry. All right, so we only have 2 here as well. Did it change? Yeah, it did. Okay. So looking at 221 by 226, 5 cents, 7 cents bid-ask spread there. The options, theoretically, this should be trading at 297. It's trading at 303. It's right fair value. This should be trading at 220. It's trading at 224. Fair value. I mean, bingo. Ding, 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 ding. Now, can you add diamonds? Can you add the Russell 2000 in here? Sure. Can you add one of the ETFs that are on AI or the crypto ETFs? And without a doubt, yes, yes, yes. But SPY and Qs, they are the market. The market. So take advantage of the moves on the market before you start at, yeah, well, the Dow is the market. Yeah, but it's an investor's market. It's not a trader's market. The IWM, yeah, nothing wrong with it, but smaller price stocks, right? Russell 2000. A lot of stocks in that sucker, right? At 2,000 stocks. Okay. Trip said, I trade Qs. IWM is in Mary. Ed, so if you were asking for a difference, the one Trip is trading is M is in Mary. Spiders and diamonds almost every day. There you go. Trip's got a very specific strategy that they developed in Inner Circle called the Hakanashi Scalp. So there's a big reason to trade those positions inside of there. And Trips recently started adding equities, like you saw AMD today, to that same type of strategy that he's looking at. So, best method for trading AI today. Okay. So when you look, guys, there's so many individual stocks that you can be going after. And some of this does take some research. All right. Number one position right now out there, I would say probably of everything in our market is NVDA, right? Is probably top first and foremost on traders' minds. That doesn't mean it's the only one. Excuse me. NVIDIA, right, is a very big player in the game right now, right? Chip maker, you know, eons ahead of everybody else. There's talks of Taiwan Semiconductor stepping in and having more of a role in AI. Square has some AI reference around it, SQ. They really haven't taken off. And then they're talking about companies like Facebook, Google, or Google. Let's do that again. I realize I changed it over. Facebook, Google, Microsoft, right? Apple. I'm talking about them as AI plays. And I'm not saying that they're not AI related, but Facebook's business is not AI. NVIDIA's business is very heavily related to AI. It's the biggest part of their business. Facebook is not. Microsoft is not. Google is not, right? Yeah, Facebook, which is Meta. Exactly. Excuse me. These guys are not. First and foremost, meaning that's not their business. Doesn't mean you can't make some money with them. Doesn't mean that at all. All right? I mean, at all. But, let me switch this over. But I would not call them a pure AI play. I think there's potential there for AI, but I wouldn't call them a pure AI play. Trying to see. I thought I saved a list. Here you go. You're going to want to get your screen capture software on or get your phone out and take pictures. I did not want to do that. Let's see. I didn't want to edit it. Let's just go here. It's RR. I think it's AI. All right. So there are 15 stocks, 15 symbols that I have that are AI ETFs. Okay. So good, bad, or indifferent. Yes. You're going to decide which ones you like. But here's the biggest thing about them. You've got, of those stocks, there are 15 of them. 11 of them are under $50. 11. One is 65, and then we get into the higher price ones, FTEC, FDN. So FTEC is 178, FDN is 204, and then VGT is at $600, okay? So now it's a matter of, are there ones that you can identify? So here, you see the pattern on this? Yes, it's a $600 position, and for some, that may knock it out of the park saying, yeah, I'm not trading a $600 position. Okay, that's fine. Okay. But look at the pattern, right? Look at FDN. Pattern's okay. It's not great. All right. Look at FTEC. See, let me clear these out. All right. And let's go here and here. You look at pattern. I like a lot the pattern on these two. Right. Actually, let's just go from the very top. And I'm just going to go through these all quickly and then we'll come back to them. So I'm just going to, because right now my intraday data is on and it's just going to keep trying to wait. We're going to have to wait for each symbol to pop up. Since we're going to look at them all anyway, I'll just preload them and get them all set up. So this way they're kind of loading in the background. I don't have to load it. All right, let's go to AIQ. All right, so I like this. I like the pattern of AIQ, so I'll put a little check mark there. Bots, BOTZ. Right, I'm not really crazy about this one. Right, EBIZ, EBIZ. Nope, not at all. FDN, now pass. We already marked FTEC, EDI. Nope. IGPT. Yep. I like the pattern. IRBO. I mean, it's popping up near its highs, right? I don't know if it's all-time highs, but until we get out of there, I think I can find other companies that I might like a little bit better. Well, that looks like it's, oh, never mind. It's popping now, but you know, just because of the 3 days that it's out like that, I would go and take a look at it just to see what happened there. Maybe not real excited. It's okay, right? I like it. Let's put a check mark in the box. QTUM, yep. ROBT, not really. And SPRX, no, not at all. Okay, so what do? Right, so I've got, of the 15, I've got 7 of them that are potential. You need to go check on the options, make sure all of the details behind the options work for what you're looking for. What's the minimum open interest you want to see? Do you require weeklies versus monthlies? Right, you've got to make those decisions on what works best for you. But right here, this is a way to start looking at AI as a bigger picture. Dig into the symbols though, because you will find out that some of these companies really, although they're calling them AI, they really have a lot of other interest in there as well, right? Where I would rather find ones that have a heavy focus on, they buy companies that are AI based. Now, if they're buying, and you may not be able to find all this out, but if you look in their top holdings are Apple, Microsoft, you know, Google. So you're getting into a stock that's a heavy NASDAQ stock, heavy tech stock that, yes, each one of them have some AI in there, but you may not be getting true AI as what you're looking at. So you're going to want to, you know, take a moment to sort through that and dig it out. Jennifer said, I talked to a friend who actually uses ChatGPT daily to use it in programming engineering code. He loves it. Happy to hear it's working for someone. The chat bots, I am not happy with this. They don't give you great information. You know, there is an expression, garbage in, garbage out, right? So what you feed it, Jennifer, will make a big difference on what comes out of it. I use ChatGPT every single day of my life. Multiple hours a day I'm on ChatGPT for everything. Whatever I want to learn, it's there. You can go and find AI programs that will put in your destination of where you're going and the dates you're going for, and it will find activities and things for you to do. You could tell it the things that you like, and you know, are you an outdoors person? Do you like to climb, hike, fish? You know, and it'll find things and plan your whole vacation. There's so much AI is going to take over, but making sure you get a really good prompt in there beyond finding a good stock to trade. Okay. So it may come back with, here's, you know, the best stock car that you can buy if you consider trading it will be this Mustang, that. Right? You didn't give it the right information. And it's no different without trading, right? Garbage in, garbage out. Yeah, very specific info. And if you're really into it, you're going to find that Claude is going to give you even better information. And there's so many of them, right? I mean, I went ahead and created for a fictitious company an entire business plan. It took me 2 hours on AI to create an entire business plan, start to finish, soup to nuts, everything for a fictitious company that doesn't exist, a real product doesn't exist. And anybody that's ever done business plans, I have. And it's taken me 100, 200, 300 hours to create a real business plan, not a throw some junk down on paper and say it's a plan. Stuff that when you walk into a bank, they're gonna go, wow, you did your due diligence. You know who your competition is. You know where your capital infusions are coming from. You know where your break-even points are. It did all of this stuff for me. And I didn't tell it I knew how to do business plans. I said, I don't know how to do a business plan. You are an expert at a business plan. Go ahead and lay out for me a business plan based on this and this and this and this and this. And guess what? Could you do that with a trading plan? Oh my God. Yes, you can. Yes. Yep. Can you train it? Yes, you can. Jonathan said, without a paid subscription to a good service, it doesn't know whether it's bogus news. Yeah. So, I mean, we use GPT, right? That's the main focus, but we use Perplexity, we use Claude, and we use a dozen other AI programs every day. I have an entire person that their only job is AI. That's all they work on is AI all day long. Every hour they work is AI related. And we trained her internally. She knew nothing really about AI. She's a good worker, but knew nothing about AI. We trained her how to use the tools. We've set the prompts up and all of that, and she could run anything for me. Guys, it's no different than when I do Trade with Rob, right? I don't pick the big list that I get every day. I don't pick that out. My assistant does that. I taught her how to find those candidates for me, and she'll find 12, 15, 18 candidates every single day. And she'll send them to me. 1 or 2 might have moved by the time I got, because she did them an hour before I'm going to be looking at them. So 1 or 2 might have moved. I don't care. I still have 14, 15, 16 left over to pick from, and I only picked 3. Knock wood. I've never not been able to find 3 candidates that are potential trade setups to put into that newsletter. So, all right, what stocks do you want me to look at? Drop your symbols in. We got a few minutes. All right, so you know what? Let me go and grab my full list here first while you guys are putting those in. SPY, it's the first one. All right. So we got SPY. We're sitting just like SPX, right? We're sitting right up at that 562.67 level, all-time high on the SPY today. If we get a pullback, you're looking at 557.63 is the support. To the upside is 568 is our upside target. I'd like to see the break above 562.67, retest and bounce, where 568 is the target. Right? I'm not looking at SPY where I'm trying to make $10 off of it. SPY on average moves about $4.50 a day. And you have to know that. I mean, there's an indicator called Wilder's average true range. If you're not using Omega charts or your program doesn't offer Wilder's average true range, just find average true range. Just use, it's good enough. $4.548 per day is what the average is for the last 13 days. Well, why is that important? Well, if you're looking at SPY and you're saying, I want to make $10 today, $10 move, it ain't happening. There's no way in God's great earth on an average day that this is going to move $10 in one direction. It's just not. It's not. So know your symbols, right? Know the companies that you're trading, and know what the restrictions are or the pullbacks might be there. All right, so we got SPY, QQQ. All right, so we're up at the -1 on the Qs. Yeah, it's time to redraw on Qs. We've got enough pullback in there. Can't tell where the high is. Let's see. 486.86. 46.84. So it was the first one. So that's on 617. All right. Pull this out. Let's look in here. 87 to 99 is 12 points. It's a little under, so we don't need a fib in there. We're okay. We're okay. Let's go back to template number 2 where I've got moving averages. All right. So right now we're at a bullish bias. We're at a rank of 2. To the downside, I got to watch the 8. That's where my first concern is the 8 moving average. On the upside, break the 499 and bounce. Actually, we need a 100-point level in here. Let's go put a 500. Let's change it to the dash dot. Let's change this to the red line. That's the one I use right there. Click OK. All right. So we've got a good confluence in there. So now the upside is a little tougher. 498, 499, 500, 503.60. It's a little tight in there for me. I need to break above that. I'm going to, watch this off of maybe pivot points, but this is a little too tight for me. All right. Brenda, I hope that helps. Let me know down in the comments below. Jennifer's asking for Tesla. So Tesla yet again today had another great move. There's a lot of talk. CNBC said, well, maybe because he came out and finally endorsed a candidate, he endorsed Trump today. I don't know if it's because he endorsed them of why Tesla's going up. I do know that Elon Musk feels that he's been slighted and his company is, should really be considered the greatest EV company in the world. And all of the meetings and stuff that had happening, the White House staff did not pull him in. They pulled in GM and those companies who, they're not EV makers. And even some of them are backing away from some of the EV products. So, but whatever the reason is, I'll take it. I own shares of Tesla. So I am not, arguing with that point at all. Oops, let's see. So I was trying to show you we're nowhere near the highs. These are all these fibs up here with nothing there because we split here, right? That was the 5-for-1 split we did, right? And this one here was a 3-for-1. Probably the last one we'll do is what I would think. Although we might get one more, but they would not be a good trading company any longer if it did. So I would hope it doesn't. So right now on Tesla, we're looking at 255 as a downside. I would need to break above the 265. Oh, no, hold on. I can't draw it though. All right, guys, here's what you're going to do. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put it back. I'm going to get rid of this, but this is what we're looking for. We've already broken the 882, right? Which is this black line right here. We've broken through that. This needs to be redrawn. I'm going to draw from 167 up to 271. And I'm just going to put we drew in power hour, right? And I want this to be annoying in my face. Put this all up here. Let's see. We'll put it as bold. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger. All right. We drew. Okay. So, okay. All right, good. This way I'll talk about this when I do the recording in Pop today. But that is where I'd have my fib is right here. Right? Good pullback there last week on Thursday. That was enough of a pullback, but we'd already violated the negative 882. So we'd gotten through it already. Okay. So, but again, those that are in Pop, you'll see me. I'll spend a little bit of time on this today when we get in there. All right. So overall, I like it a lot. Pull back to the 246.5 would be wonderful because it's where your 8 confluence is. We got the gap up from there today. My disappointment is I didn't buy more when we pulled back Friday, but I digress. Hope that helps, Jennifer, and everybody else that put it in. Let's see. Jonathan's asking for a GNC. $9.70 stock. I don't know who this is, Jonathan. I'm not familiar with American Capital Agency Corp. I don't know who they are. I don't normally trade $10 stocks. I'm going to go back and let's look at his. Looks like it's a nice, well, not nice, but I shouldn't say nice, but dividend paying stock. So I'm going to write that one down. AGNC. Does anybody know if it is weekly optionable? AGNC. If I can get weekly options on a $10 stock that pays a monthly dividend. Wow. Look at that open interest on a weekly. Wow. 44 delta. I'm looking at 17 cents for 10 and a half. I'm pretty close though. It might be worth it for the. Yeah, Trip said, yep, comes up in Cover Call Explorer a good bit. Okay. Yeah, great dividend month. It's a REIT. Okay, I appreciate that, Jonathan. It's good to know. So covered call, naked put. Oh, see that. Naked put. Well, we got a whole week left in the weeklies here, so I don't have to really go out to next week. 7, 8. So it's small premium. 37 delta, 6, 7. And small premium is still going to give you 3% for a month, probably. If we go to a naked put, find a 20-ish delta, we're only getting 3 cents. Probably not worth it for the naked put. Okay. Potentially for covered call, but after this run, and I don't know what drove that up, Jonathan, I would definitely be cautious on whatever that might be that caused that run. And look left, right? So we've got some resistance right in here coming up at about 1060. So you might want to be cautious in there for that. So sorry I wasn't more help on that one. Yeah, Trip said, yeah, the numbers don't usually work out after the candidate comes up in the filter. So it pops up, but we're just not seeing a lot of it pan out. All right, Coinbase. I'll do 1 or 2 more, and then we're going to jet, guys. Well, I love Coinbase as a company. They're on our power option plays now. So these are a standard for us. They had a great move on Friday, today rather. Friday, a little bit of a bounce. Great move today. We're up $25. Is that because Trump's campaign is going to be friendlier to crypto? I don't know. I'd have to look at, well, Bitcoin made a move today as well, did it not? Didn't we have a decent move on Bitcoin today? Let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin is up almost 10% today. $5,000, 58 to 63. Yeah, okay. So it may be just overall coin related, Bitcoin type related current cryptos. Pull back to the 234.5 and a bounce is the only way I'll trade it. Jennifer, that's all I'll be looking for. All right. Les is asking for VGT. So $600 stock, Vanguard Information Technology. It's funny, this one, I was watching somebody with a trading strategy, and this was one of the symbols that they had added to their system. Used to pay regular dividends, which have stopped. 84-cent dividends, 70-cent, 67-cent. So, I mean, there's definitely a fib here. Problem is, we've already broken through the negative 618. So now we're going to draw it again from here up to here. So I'm going to back this one up just a little bit so the numbers aren't overlapping each other. $593 to $612, 93.02, so 20 points, give or take. Yep, we need to split that level in half, so we're going to add the negative 136. All right, so with that, the bounce off the 602 gets us the 612. pull back. I'd like to see the 8 get back by the 593, which it pretty much will, except for a very large move down. And then the bounce off of there would be great, right? But let's said bid ask spread is huge. Well, ridiculous is the words that Les used. So VGT. Still loading. Yeah, 18 by 23. Yeah, it's tough. And then open interest is non-existent. It's monthlies. Yeah. 165 by 350. Yeah, it's just, that's tough. Is it tough? Is a very tough. All right, everyone. Hey, I ran us over a couple minutes. I got to run off to my next meeting. Hey, everybody, have a great day. We got a couple of links that are in the chat. We'll leave the room open for a few minutes. Go ahead and grab those links. I will see you all at our next update. Thanks for all the questions and participation. Happy trading. Talk to you soon.